Fogged, either way that this is going to go, it's going to be exciting to see. We're either about to see VP have another flawless victory here at a major, or we could see OpTic Gaming begin the turnaround of a century here. Can they do it here, Fogged? What do you reckon about OpTic Gaming's approach to the game here in Game 3?
So just like last game, I liked the way that they approached with the Undying. It worked well in the early game. We saw them do great in the lanes. This time, it looks like they're doing a similar type of approach, right? We've seen this Coddle Beastmaster combo, where you can acquire with the Chakra, with the spam, double axes, Illuminate. It puts a lot of pressure out. So that one, then they've got this ET Lash combo going into the mid game. Lots of magic damage can be focused. The one thing they are lacking, just like the panel was mentioning, is some physical damage. The Beastmaster, sure, he can apply you some, but besides that, they are quite lackluster.
How scary would you say this final pick Slark is from Virtus Pro that Ramses has been able to sneak through the draft?
You're going to be able to use your Dark Pact a lot of the times to get rid of that roar, so that can be nice, but he could be under a lot of pressure in the laning phase. That's the one thing, but it is a hero that gets to the late stages of the game, and he's gonna, if he has a BKB, he can pierce to those back lines. If he finds the Coddle, quick, easy kills. It's a hero that can always play around a lot of those disables of the Beastmaster, the Blinding Light, whatnot, with that Dark Pact.
Down bottom. In towards 33, they've got the pounce. I mean, Missile will be coming through as well. The damage from the Shadow Word, 33, and a lot of trouble here as he'll get surrounded. No escape for the Beastmaster as Virtus Pro kicking off Game 3 with a bang as no one takes first blood on his Jara.
Yep. And looking at VPs, we didn't get to talk about theirs much, but they've got, I mean, again, they do have a bit of a Warlock combo. They've got it with Gyro and with Sanking this time around. Not as ridiculous as it was last time, where pretty much the whole lineup seemed to synergize with that Warlock, but Flat Cannon, majority of the spells from Gyro as well, being that AoE is nice, and of course, that Sanking. And they're putting this dual melee lane top versus Elder Titan and Venomancer.
Now we'll see how aggressive each of the duos are able to get, sort of once those level 2s are hit. Now just a few punches onto Roger. Down bottom, see how much fun 33 is able to get out of this. We have seen many teams before really pull off something quite phenomenal with a Beastmaster keep of the light lane. It can be very scary once those axes start to stack up on you.
Yeah. There is, though, the counteract coming a bit from Solo, right? He's going to have the Shadow Word constantly to stop that pressure a bit. So that's a little bit where people have been starting to learn how to deal with that aggressiveness. When we saw the, in particular, Axe Skywrath from, I guess, LGD, people were starting to be like, Warlock could be a good way to stop that and slow it down. Ramsey's trying to build up some stacks here, some agility. That's starting to a bit of damage from that Beastmaster. And it is PPD, by the way, playing the Coddle. So it's going to be more of that 5 role, it seems, in this game, since he's got an Elder Titan and Zai's playing it.
Roger. Getting the opening here onto Zai. Zai was trying to chase them down. They do find the Gale from Pycat onto the 2. Zai, Spirit out, building up that right-click damage. He's going to head straight towards Pasha. He knows Roger's got Mangoes and Burrow Striker available. So Pasha is the one that they can potentially kill. He'll try for the deny. Roger, very neatly done there to make sure that OpTic Gaming don't find the first blood in that situation. Wow. Looking at the mid lane CS at the moment, CCNC pretty much a wave ahead. It's even at the moment, but he has got that full wave coming in. Yep. As no one has already cleared out his own coming forward.
Yeah, Lesh can spam much harder on a Gyrocopter, and using Missile is not really a thing. You can, if you start attacking it instantly as that Lesh, right, you're able to kill it before it gets the hit on you. You get that gold bonus, and yeah, Lightning. Always going to push that laning. No one actually uses the Missile from a low ground, so we'll get one hit on him there this time around.
Bottom lane as well, despite the pressure. Look how well Ramses is farming.
He has actually, I've watched this, I think he's dodged majority of those Keeper of the Light Blast as well as the axes. Look, he's sitting at full health.
He's played it perfectly. I don't think he's missed many CS at all, if any. Yeah, despite the Beastmaster Keeper of the Light lane, a lane that many cores have struggled against.
I think he's missed like 2, that's it, if that. Pretty damn good for him right now.
CCNC, he's trying to go for this here. Who's going to get on top of this trader? He's in a lot of trouble, he's going to lose. CCNC's taken down as no one just outdoes him with the damage from the Rocket Barrage and that final right click.
Having a little bit of stick charges, just enough to put him over.
Ramses.
Bottom, Ramses.
Fatal Bonds as well as Shadow Word.
Again, dodging the blast.
He's incredibly good with this juice. Won't quite be able to find the pounce connection onto PPD. 33's trying to bring down Solo. Solo pops the stick charges though, and Solo's going to survive. This bottom lane, this Slark already looking incredibly scary in these first 3 minutes.
Denied.
The top lane's going a little bit better though, but not as well as we thought it was going to go, especially with that bottom lane. We thought this Beastmaster Coddle could apply a lot of pressure, but with this Coddle heal, with his Shadow Word heals, as well as Ramsey's positioning, he's been so damn well.
Yeah, he's been playing incredibly on the slot.
Yep. This time he gets hit by a bit. And now the offensive glyph. We see VP do this very often when they're trying to dive. Two-man stun by Roger.
Deep Pasha able to close the gap, trying to look towards Pycat. Zai will go for the stomp.
Ooh, did an Inferno Blade in time there, but now they're looking for Pycat. They've got another stun in 2 seconds from Sand King. Roger gets a double.
Indeed, again, catching both of them out. Pycat does have the Fairy Fire. Zai punching into Pasha, but Pycat will fall. Up in the Mango as well. It's not going to keep him alive. Zai tries for the Mango, but the Inferno Blade's there to cancel the stomp, and VP.
That Thunderclap put in an incredible amount of work up top.
He knows how low they are, but the Spirit, I mean, even if it does reach them, it's not going to be enough damage.
And they tip him as well. Yeah, this is the Thunderclap, though. Even having just every little thing, that increased attack speed aura for him and Roger, putting in that little bit more damage, and the low cooldown. It's only 12 seconds on that Thunderclap, so lots of damage, very low mana cost.
No surprise there with the stats. Indeed, on the last hit, 92.9% last hit accuracy from Ramses against a Beastmaster Keeper of the Light Lane.
PPD starting to do some stacks, since this is probably like one of the best things you can do as a Coddle. You can actually effectively stack all 3 camps when you're inside that triangle. Coddle bless. We had a pause.
Looks like we're able to get back on.
It looks like that was a misclick by somebody there. But did Peter get the triple stack? He does get the triple stack. Gets all 3 camps on the triangle stacked as that Coddle. You know, pulling the ancient cap, hitting the other one, and then using your blast to stack that 3rd. Very nicely done by him.
Illusion.
See, 33, level 4. Level still looking good for VP as well, and that's solo level 3. Ramsey's level 4, 32 CS on this slot.
Already, I mean, it was already hitting 2k gold advantage for a second, and here, this rotation we see so often. As soon as the mid laner hitting 6, Roger's making this advantageous moves as no one is about to tick up on this last hit. Should get 6. Gets denied though.
And we'll slow down that level 6, just that little extra creep more, but still CCNC. Hit by the homing missile, looks like already backing away. Roger now coming back across, but CCNC's playing.
He seems very aware of this.
Playing careful.
He's like, where's the Sand King top, right? So he has to be a bit aware of that, and he will notice it. Good read there by CCNC on the Lesh. Also goes bottom and gets himself a regen rune, so. Big stack on the camp here. They're gonna start spamming it down with the illuminated axes. But 33 has to be a little bit careful not to get sandwiched over here.
Ramses is heading over.
In, yeah.
Got the dart power. We'll see how many of those creeps he can take. He'll get a few of them.
He actually got quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
43 last hits.
It's going to put him very close to having the level 6, so it is getting to the point where Ramses can feel very, very safe on this lane. I mean, already he's feeling very safe, as we've seen, but once with the Shadow Word, back up and having the Shadow Dance.
He's not getting pressured at all, to be honest. He's completely free farming. Pasha gets scaled, tries to turn. Roger's available to look for the stun. That's Zai.
Quick clap there from his Hellbear Smash Inferno Blade as well, forcing Zai back. Zai will be fine. Maybe see if they can get some sort of a turnaround. Does get the sleep onto the Doom. Pycat will have the Gale back up in a second, but Pasha will go straight for the TP out. Mid lane, CCNC nearly finding no one. Looks like no one will be able to keep the distance as they both try for a bit of a brawl there. No one just able to survive.
Incredibly close, yeah. CCNC gives him a pull.
CS in that mid lane, as we can see, CCNC still with the slight edge, 37 to 10. So we've seen going to the camps as well.
Yeah, I mean, the big fear is, it's, you know, we keep saying it, but it's, you look at the Venos last hits, 24 and 8. You look at the Slark, 52 and 7 on Ramses.
Oh my goodness, it's 7.5 minutes in. Ramses certainly making a fantastic case for him to be potentially the next owner of a Mercedes on VP's lineup.
Is he old enough to drive a, a Mercedes?
Yeah,
I think he is now, yeah.
I think Ramses is like 47. 5-0. There's still this slight advantage for VP.
Oh, PPD, Ramses on the prowl.
He's chasing. Straight in he goes. No escape for PPD as Ramses will pick up a kill as well on top of that free farm. Look at the net worth. Reaching 4K, he's already so far ahead. Top lane, Roger closing in onto Pycat. But the sleep onto the 2 of them, allowing Pycat to back off.
But they're not slowing down. They're going for Zai now right away.
They're incredibly strong. They're both level 5. They've got the Burrow Strike back in. Zai, he'll fall. PyCat, he's got to
They're going to keep going.
That Caustic finale caught him. PyCat, he's in trouble. He'll put the stick charge. Looks like Pasha doesn't want to dive too far as PPD is
Pasha's
there.
in an awkward spot right now. He's just trapped.
And PPD, he might just find Roger. He's got the sentry down. All right. A little awkward, but they get 2 kills.
Well, at least they take advantage of it. Pasha is probably feeling a little silly, but it happens sometimes.
Down
Bottom lane.
33, keeps himself alive with the stick charges. Zai gets the stomp onto Solo. 33 still running. Ramses turning his attention towards Zai, beginning to stack up the essence shift. Solo has the Shadow Word to keep himself safe. Ramses pounces forward onto Zai. Zai can't get the stomp out in time. 33 wanting to finish off this Warlock. He's going to have the axes back up in a second. CCNC also coming in with a rotation. Solo, one more touch from 33, should do it, and it will. They'll find themselves the Beastmaster. Ramses turning back across. He has no one. The cooldown slow is going to connect onto 33. There's a missile inbound as well. He is going to die. The missile strikes the back of the Beastmaster as no one's rotation.
Nice. That was nicely done by him. Using those, hitting those hitting the denies on the creeps there to get the flak to bounce to that Beastmaster. Clutch rotation, gets them a kill. 2K, and Ramses still in that top. And he's going to have an incredibly early Shadow Blade. And looking at the heroes that he's against, he has very many options to look for pickoffs. These squishy heroes. Very low armor across the board.
Trying to find Roger, but he carefully holds onto the Burrow Strike, heads to the side. There is PPD here, though, as well, as the runes will start to spawn. Will be grabbed by BP. Roger trying to get himself away. Can they finish this off? He's going to have Burrow Strike back up. Roger might be able to play his way out of this one.
Yeah, it does
connect. He Burrow Strikes himself down, but he's not going to make it. They do finish off Roger. Pasha actually coming in with the counter players. He just heads into the 3 of them, drops a Doom down onto PyCat. They'll get the deny. Zai will be able to take that away from BP. But still, it's more time where PyCat is getting knocked off the map, and more time where Ramses, he's now just getting left entirely alone. It's feeling a little similar to the way that game 1 went, where we saw Ramses just get free farm. They didn't need him to join the fight.
33.
Got him pretty deep. He does have that boosted speed to try and get him out of this. Solo heading forward. Doesn't quite have 6 on the Warlock, so no Golem, but the missile connects. Roger, Burrow Strike to CCNC. They won't follow for more. PPD has the blast to keep VP off and pushing for more.
Man, he's gonna have Shadow Blade any second now on Ramses. And, you know, we usually talk about when you get that early Shadow Blade on these Slarks that you can kill the supports and whatnot, but this Venomancer's pretty shut down. He could look for trying to kill him quite easily by himself with Pasha. Chased a bit here.
So has to be careful that it's getting rather low there to the score. Should have to wrap around from VP coming in as well, just in case OpTic Gaming were to dive aggressively.
Maybe Pasha tries to bait them here.
See if they'll be tempted. PyCat, he's actually been left alone. Zai has TP'd out of this lane. PyCat is all on his lonesome with 4 heroes here. No escape for the Veno. BP getting mobile now with no one, moving him up to this top lane and can look to put some pressure onto the tier 1.
OpTic gonna start farming some of those Ancients and neutral caps that they did have stacked up. But that is, I believe, the Shadow Blade finished up coming out on the Slark. So it's time for Ramses to start hunting.
See what he can find. Again, these stacks that he's been keeping up. So much money into the pocket of this Slark.
Using that Shadow Amulet. Try to get some regen. Slight little plays there.
So Suez, top lane Zai does get the ult onto Pasha. Roger's there, and there's not quite that backup that they need to finish up Pasha. So Pasha's going to be able to walk off the Earth Splitter.
And I've seen this Doom, like 100 HP constantly over and over again, always seeming to survive just by the
Here we go, Shadow Blade reveal, he'll take a course, straight in, onto 33. The pickoffs begin here for Ramses.
Watching PPD farm, sapping some of that experience. And it is nighttime now too, so this is where Slark thrives as well, getting that extra vision.
They do ping him out, they did see him, I believe, from that passover, but... Ooh. Ramses does have Solo behind him.
He sees PyCat pretty far up right now. He's gonna go for this play here. Uh-oh, PyCat.
He needs backup, and he needs it now, and even if it comes in, there's no way they're keeping that man alive. PyCat will fall. 33 heads forward, cuts down the trees. Just can't find the setup that he needs.
They might fight. Solo's walking. Solo actually has ulti. They're looking to fight this on the side of VP. They bring down even more reinforcements with no one. All of OpTic now poised down here. 4 versus 4.
Isn't well at the moment.
While Roger takes this top lane, and he's cutting the wave to try to pressure the tower as well. So he's trying to get that top one quite early. 5K advantage ready for VP, 4K experience, and we're looking at the draft and we're like, man, OpTic, they've got good ways to pressure the lanes, but it has not worked whatsoever this time around.
They're falling behind, and now this play from VP could cost OpTic a lot. Chaotic offering this, drop down onto 2, no one's there with the wraparound immediately. They've lost 33, they've lost CCNC. Zai, he's in trouble. They'll pop the slow from the upheaval. Zai trying to run himself away, but in comes Ramses, closing the gap onto the Elder Titan. Zai gone as well, and PPD, he can't do anything to stop them.
They're just getting, they're just getting dismantled all over the place. Just VP showing up with more numbers every single time, and they're just, I mean, now it's already 8K advantage. It's just getting worse and worse, faster and faster. Now, mid, Pycat should be okay. Long TP coming out from the Doom.
8K gold lead, 14 minutes in. This lineup with a Slark that has not been punished at all in the laning stage.
Oh, insult to injury. They even get the tower deny on mid, and Pasha
is doomed. TPs will be coming in. Zai, can you do anything to put a stop to this? The damage probably will be enough to finish off the Venom Monster as Pycat. He's trying to run. They will have a shot at getting the deny, and they do so. That's something.
At least it's something. And look at that, Ramses. While walking back to base, he does not have his HP regen, so he actually pings out the ward is there. They could get the roar. They're looking for Roger, and they should be able to get this one. So he was farming up there for quite a bit, getting close to that blink. They will slow that down at least. But they are not really getting to make any aggressive plays. They're having to respond a lot to VP. VPD trying to blast out this wave here. He has the Aghanims queued up. He will have the point booster finished at least, so Zai's playing the 5 role in this one around on the Elder Titan. They're recognizing they really need this Aghanims to try to do something here, but Ramsey's now top. Shadowblade finds CCNC by himself.
I mean, the map at this point is so hard for OpTic Gaming to enter out into alone. Bottom lane, no one, just chases down PPD, finds him as the homing missile connects.
Pasha bought 6 sentry wards for Ramses as well. So Ramses is doing what HFN was doing, walking around with those sentries, constantly dewarding. And we bought 6 of them too.
He's nearly got an Echo Saber. This build just continuing to come out at such a pace on the slot.
And he killed the Leshrac, who's a core, without it.
Pycat trying with the Gale, but there's so many behind Roger. He just can't go forward for anything more. They've tried, they're going in, no one just diving in straight away. They know they've got the burst to take down Pycat. Pycat, he's going to be saved for a little bit by the stomp, but the solo just walks in, gets the right click off, takes the kill. Can OpTic find anything in response? Zai, he'll get taken down. Solo with a double kill now. CCNC needs to get kills out of this. They have managed to find no one. Can they get anything more? It doesn't look like it because Ramses turns up with the Shadowblade. 33 tries with the Roar, heads towards Solo, desperately trying to find at least the wall up, but he won't find it. The Burrow Strike comes in. 33 caught out. Double kill for Ramses. PPD, the last one left alive, and he'll fall as well. Shadower ticks him down. OpTic Gaming getting wiped. Full 5-man hitting the deck, 22-6, 10K leader, 16 minutes in.
This game is completely out of hand. We were talking about if the game goes late for this Slark, the Slark Gyrocopter, they can do really well. OpTic, they should have good amounts of pressure they can put in the laning phase, but their draft, like the panel was saying, Mad was saying he wants a physical damage, he wants a physical core to be able to scale. They don't really have that, and this Slark is godlike. Look
at the time Ramses has had there. Of course, most of the time he has been down in that bottom lane, but look how many kills he's got in that area as well. He's just had to sit down here, continue to farm. He's been handed at least 7 of them there. Overall, 9-0 and 2 on his Slark. He's heading over. Sentry will be popped down. Zai's going to know he's here, but the damage, Ramses just goes straight in onto Zai. Zai tries for stun, but he can't get it out in time. Ramses just kills him too quickly at this stage of the game.
He even stops moving, trying to make bait a roar, bait some type of spell there, but we'll back away. And like you said, he can just walk anywhere on the map, it seems. Even under 3 heroes, he gets a kill and runs away. 11K gold lead, and it is not slowing down. 11K experience lead too, and it's only 17 minutes. Oh boy.
Virtus Pro just looking absolutely phenomenal here. They're keeping their composure. They're coming in. We saw with smiles on their face towards this grand finals. And they are giving us quite the show indeed in just terms of such high-level performance here. This is the team that undoubtedly all the other teams I can imagine are watching right now. You've got to watch how these boys play because it is incredible.
Yep, it's everything across the board. PPD walks up, Pasha's just gonna throw the Doom on him. He does not care. There is some of OpTic in the area though.
Something we'll be able to keep PPD alive. Counting off, he's actually going to get dropped down.
It is on top of a shrine too, but with that high level upheaval.
Ramses has found 33. Pasha is going to jump forward onto CCC. Roger gets the two-man burrow strike, and here's no one coming in with a cooldown. Double kill for the Gyros. The rest of OpTic have to back away. Two heroes eliminated just like that, and Ramsey's actually pouncing forward aggressively. He knows that he hasn't got much to be worried about at this stage.
And he still has Zolti available, has Roger.
Again, another burrow strike onto two. That's PyCat got. PPD and Zai back up to the high ground.
It's totally out of hand. They're just gonna call it.
GG is
That's
cool.
GG.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Virtus Pro.
Wow.
Again, your ESL 1 major champions. This team there, looking absolutely unstoppable here.
That was flawless victory, you call it, especially in this game.
The way that this team turns up to lands, especially the ESL 1 majors, there's something about these events for these boys that they love it. They give it their all. I mean, they give it more than their all. These victories are looking at, you don't see this in a major grand finals unless one team is just so far ahead.